though they taking notice.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard, for your mom to your pop, to the beat, to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone.
Mike is set. Great team.
Here's Watson, option left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
51, too little, cut.
Watson now to throw. His throw incomplete. Kenny Stills the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection.
Looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
And he'll be brought. Somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run. This is Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Harkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game such of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
At the 10-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphreys. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play that time for the Titans. 47 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing's pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll set up a throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Yeah, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 41 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Watson now going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D. Has got to be priority one.
Uncorks one for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds responds. To throw again on second down. Watson. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down now. It's Cohen, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Dion Lewis. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Dion Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Parkey with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you don't
want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Sharp. Touchdown, Titans. Tajay Sharp, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Parkey adds the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, here's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
This is it. Check.
Watson now going to run the option right. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before the break. Watson, and he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
I'm going back to you. Kill, kill, kill. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
All day. All morning. Any day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Watson, finding fouls complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Check Mike, check Mike.
A shotgun snap for Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. They find some open field here. Look at the dance and the juke. Touchdown, Titans. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have. Line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Third and long. It's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Check. Kill. Out.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run on first down. Cohen. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Switch up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Hey, come on. 55. I'm on. You better bring it. Kill. Check three. Wow.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Stills, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is that. 19. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Watson now going to run the option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. so they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Cohen. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play, 2nd and 3. Faking the give, now Watson. He's going to launch this thing. And got his man, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route.
Correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Let's go, deep tight.
They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hatchet, hatchet. Switch. Check it back. Screen.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect him. Means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Check three. Check 9. Shift.
Here's 2nd and 8. And now here is another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Give him 30 yards there.
First down, Texans.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson operating from the gun. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he is all the way up past the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
What they're trying game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2000.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Brandon Dunn in on the stop. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch the edge. Check. Check out.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Jones. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes up.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch. Check 43. Switch.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Titans, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa